So it looks like we have an idea of where Rainbow Friends Chapter 3 will be taking place. Alright, so Rainbow Friends Chapter 3 is going to be by far one of the biggest chapters ever, and I think it will be like that as long as they are releasing it. But today we're going to be breaking down exactly where Chapter 3 will be taking place. We have some brand new predictions that you never thought of, and it's really going to be forming Chapter 3 together. But if you are looking forward to Rainbow Friends Chapter 3, don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe so you can stay updated with more Rainbow Friends Chapter 3 news so you don't miss out on anything. So Chapter 3, how does Chapter 2 end? Because that is very important on how we get to Chapter 3. Now let's remember this. Remember how we left Chapter 1 and we now are in Chapter 2? The biggest question in theory was, okay, how is Chapter 2 going to start? And we now have some clarity on how it starts because it literally picks up right after we basically escape Chapter 1. So I do believe that this is going to be the same thing for Chapter 3. Now what do I mean by that? I mean at the end of Chapter 2 when we escape, let's think about that room. What do we see as clues in that room? We do have some animatronics in that room from blue, green, orange, but most importantly, we have this area which says the surface. Now, of course, there are some clues leading up to that, like the waterline, which I'm going to get into as well. But however, it looks like we are going to be going inside of an elevator because that looks like an elevator door and we are underground, and it's now going to be taking us up to the surface. Now, what I also do believe is that this is going to be possibly the loading area, shall I say. So we're actually going to be, when Chapter 3 starts, getting into the elevator to actually start the game. So how cool is that? So we have the surface, the door that you actually walk in to sort of queue up. I think that would be absolutely amazing to see, and it really makes sense. Like if we were to have the lobby area, I mean going into an elevator, and then the black cut screen that comes up says going to the surface, I mean that would be phenomenal to see, and I do believe that's going to be happening. Now once we arrive to the surface, this is where I believe we will be seeing more things in the Rainbow Friend world, and I think this is going to be completely different, and I do believe that we are going to be seeing a little bit more of exactly where the Rainbow Friends are, where these creatures are coming from, maybe a little bit more into Red's lab. As we're getting closer through the chapters, we can also see more details and sneak peeks and sort of like, I would say, secrets around the planning of what Red's plans are. Like at least in the calendar we got some writing, but I do believe that we will be going up and we will be possibly having to go through the water, and there will be a bunch of lookies. Now the lookies are going to be playing a massive role in Chapter 3 because they were introduced in Chapter 2 as something that was in a cutscene. There was also, you know, the part where you had to collect them, and it was just, and you could only collect one at a time as well. There were also different colors. They also helped you at the very end of the chapter. So many things that really revolved around the lookies that we should not overlook. Now, of course, the lookie world would be awesome, and that's more of the idea that we would have. But imagine this. Imagine we actually go to the surface and we have to go through Hemlock Woods. I mean, Hemlock Woods is a place we haven't actually, should I say, like, got to. I mean, we keep seeing hints and things like that about it. I mean, we did get hints on Blue's Castle and things like that in Chapter 1. So I wouldn't be surprised if we were to go through Hemlock Woods, and that's exactly where the chapter may take place. But as I said before, when we ever go, or if we do go through Hemlock Woods, I do believe that we will be having 2 or 3 new Rainbow Friends, maybe brown, lime, pink for sure, as there were so many pink secrets as well, which we covered a video on that too, so make sure to check that out after this one because there were so many pink references and secrets that really show that pink will be in the next chapter. But you all left some amazing comments pertaining to Chapter 3, so let's check them out. Nicole Trex, who is a new member on the channel, so big shout out to you, says, I think Blue might not even be in Chapter 3 of Rainbow Friends. And I honestly believe that too. I mean, Blue is going to be late. And think about this, we didn't have Orange as well in Chapter 2. And I think right now it might be time to either put like pink in the front or cyan in the front, as a lot of people are loving cyan against blue. So I would honestly say that I don't think Blue is going to be in the next chapter either. Papaza Uli 7660, who's also a new member on the channel, so big shout out to you, says, so a theory. So maybe the surface is actually going to be bringing us to the woods, and that maybe we will see pink. Maybe that's why red said to blue, we're gonna be late, because they're meeting someone and maybe some other rainbow friend like black, brown, magenta, and maybe blue will return. And maybe the surface is a light show and we can collect backpacks, books, weapons, ammo for guns, and chapter 3 will take place. Wow. And also chapter 4 theory, maybe there will be another rainbow, and another chapter 3 theory, maybe we will see what purple fully looks like. Well, look, let's take a look at this. If we are actually going into chapter 3 with the water line and there's water involved, then I'm pretty sure purple is going to be in the next chapter. Seth KT6WG, who's also a new member, I appreciate that, thank you for joining the Cookie Kingdom, says, I think that in chapter 3, in day 1, we will be collecting 30 blocks around the map to get Red smarter. In day 2, we will be collecting parts of a machine. Then Red uses the machine to merge the rainbow friends and create 2 rainbow friends that overpowered, not including Red. In day 3, you will be collecting shovels to dig under the map and see if something is true. In day 4, we will be running from a new rainbow friend, because the thing that was true of rainbow friends being there. In day 5, you would have to run from both overpowered rainbow friends and they win, possibly new rainbow friends, white, pink, and black. Possible map, big bouncy castle. Well, I really love the theory of fusing the rainbow friends, and I also love the theory of the days. So right in chapter 1 we had nights, in chapter 2 we had hours, and I believe in chapter 3 maybe we'll have days. Mary O'Malley says, who's also a member, big shout out to you, who's on the blue cookie, says, chapter 3 prediction. At the ending when blue is sleeping, maybe why he is sleeping is because red swapped his drink with sleeping powder and blue drank the potion. Then red put a fat lookie on his head, and then I think red will do the exact same thing in every other rainbow friend. And by the way, if you're wondering, what can pink do? Pink is opposite of green, because pink is deaf but can see. That is awesome. That is so cool. Cool cat calling friend with the pink cookie says, I take care to get bigger. If they get a certain size, wait, I think he means the lookies, they will form into a rainbow friend. That was the lookie color, and maybe they grow up and the ones we see are just babies. The blue one is bigger, but what if there's a mama lookie who gets mad in chapter 3? By the way, BigB, if you equip more than one lookie, if you zoom in and out of your avatar in game, it will sometimes change colors. You know, I actually had that in a game and I was like, whoa, I didn't even know that. Bawen Noor 3147 says, my theory of chapter 3, when you go up to the surface, there's going to be an error in the elevator that leads to a secret floor that leads to the all forgotten rainbow friends that are brown, black, white, tan. Then we need to find resources to fix the elevator, that after then it leads to the real surface. My theory for chapter 4, we are going to Pink's birthday party and we have to find a way to escape, because I'm predicting that there is going to be a maroon, pink, and lime. Finally, the rainbow friends come at the last scene because blue was sleeping in his chair, and that's why he was late. So then pink gets angry because they are late and the rainbow friends fight each other out, and then nowhere, wait, the bad and forgotten rainbow friends come and chase red because red rejected the bad rainbow friends. Blue explains to pink that us humans are the cause of this, so pink starts chasing us, but then we escape. And then there's a secret ending and red spans gold and silver, the god of rainbow friends. Thank you so much for your amazing videos. I appreciate that, Bawa. Josh Big Eagle 422 says, I think pink and white and green, cyan, yellow are going to be in chapter 3. Wow. Monkey with a big head 7560 says, hey BigB, I'm new, but I think I have a good theory for chapter 3. I think that in chapter 3 we go up the elevator to the surface and we see a sign that says to come visit the Rainbow Light Show, so we go there to look for help. But little did we know, blue and cyan were following us to come to the light show as well. In hour 2, we will meet Lime that will be camouflaged, and if you get too close to him, you will wake him up and he will kill you. In hour 3, I think we will be seeing Orange again. In hour 4, I think we will see Pink. Also, we can see Purple's full body, and if not, he could be in a ball pit kind of similar to Purple's lair. Coral Wishes says, I have a theory that in chapter 3, we will be in the surface and us, the old man, will gather materials, but right by us will be the light show where the Rainbow Friends are doing a performance. We will go, but everyone disappeared. The old man will come, only to have a lookie thrown on his head. Then he becomes pink, the most powerful of all the Rainbow Friends. Blue will return to the end, wanting revenge for Red leaving him. Blue gets killed in the process, but eventually destroy all the Rainbow Friends. Whoa. But there it is. I want you to leave your best chapter 3 prediction down below in the comments. I will be checking them out, and I love reading your predictions as they are amazing, and I'll be including some in a future video. But don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more, and if you want to show that further support, you can always use star code BigB2 when purchasing Robux or Premium. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!